Want to make money? Buy real estate. Yeah, that sounds pretty easy, right? Well, it's nowhere near as hard as some people try to make it seem. I'm going to tell you how you really can buy real estate and make some money in the process. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, all you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to share with you a step-by-step process to building a profitable real estate portfolio. I'm going to share with you my biggest insider concept so that you can start from zero. And last but not least, I'm going to share with you my biggest secret on how to make double what other people make. So let's talk about all of the benefits of real estate investing because there are so many. As a real estate investor, it has afforded me the life of a millionaire. I literally have been able to get properties for pennies on the dollars, increase my personal wealth, cash those properties out, start leveraging them to make more money and get other properties. And in some cases, I've been able to use those properties to get other businesses, okay? So there are so many opportunities when it comes to real estate investing. You increase your personal wealth, you increase your income and your cash flow, and you start to increase your influence. Having lots of real estate and being a person that has assets and has real estates really allows you to open up doors that wouldn't often exist. So let me tell you how I get it done. So the easiest way to start in real estate and really make some money is a concept that I call deal compounding. Now I'm saying it's deal compounding and I call it that, but that's what it's called. And this was taught to me by my mentor. And what deal compounding is when you start with one type of niche or one type of strategy in real estate investing, and then you use the profits from that strategy to get to the next strategy. So let me tell you how I do deal compounding and how I learned it. I started off deal compounding when I was in my parents' basement. I was literally bankrupt with multiple foreclosures. I had no money and terrible credit. So it was the perfect time for me to start in real estate. Just kidding, but it really was. My coach at the time taught me a concept called wholesaling, where I would find people that were behind on their mortgage payments, okay? I would get them under contract and then I would flip those contracts to a group of investors and they would pay me $5,000 to $10,000 for each deal that I brought them. It was a concept called wholesaling and it still exists. It's completely ethical and it's legal. All I had to do was follow the steps that he told me. And again, I made an entire video teaching you wholesaling, so I'm not going to get into that. But once I started doing wholesaling and getting a few deals, I then took the money that I made from wholesaling and then I started fixing and flipping. So once I had some money, I now could keep the properties. When it came to wholesaling, and the reason I had to flip those contracts to other investors was because I did not have the money or the credit to buy the property, and it was a really good deal. Like I said, I was targeting people that were behind on their mortgage payment or they were in probate or they were losing their house for some other reason. And so they were in distress and they were selling their home for less than the value. And this is why it was very awesome to real estate investors. But they were going to make even more money than I ever did as a wholesaler because I could just charge a fee because I didn't have good credit or money. But once I had done some wholesale deals, I made $5,000, made $5,000 again. Now I could start fixing and flipping. I could start fixing my credit. I had some income that I could show. And now I could get approved for a hard money loan to do a fix and flip. Once I got into fixing and flipping, I made way more money than I ever did wholesaling. Like I said, when I was wholesaling, the average fee or profit that I would make was around $5,000. But the average profit on a fix and flip is nearly $65,000. And again, you can look this up on Realty Track. This is not Noel just telling you stuff. You can actually look that fact up. In 2018, the last time I looked it up, the average profit on a fix and flip, according to Realty Track, was over $65,000. It was true in 2011 when I was flipping houses, and it's true right now in 2021. So you want to get into fixing and flipping because that way you can make way more money and really start changing your life. Then we go to the next thing. After I was fixing and flipping, I learned that I did not have to fix the house up in order to sell it. I could just fix it up enough to put a tenant in it and keep those properties and start building my portfolio of real estate rentals. I made so much money with my rentals that I was able to quit my six-figure job. That is how I changed my life. And again, this is deal compounding. So when I had bad credit and no money, I did wholesaling. When I had a little money and okay credit, I did some fixing and flipping. And then when I got myself in a completely great situation, I started building my rental portfolio and left that six-figure job behind. That is deal compounding. So what you want to do to really make this work and how you will make more money than everyone else is you need to do it professionally. So the one thing that my mentor taught me, even in the beginning when I was wholesaling, is that I needed to become a business. I needed to get my LLC. I needed to get an EIN, a professional phone number, professional email. Just spend a little bit of money making a business so that I was very credible to people. When I would go to people's homes or call them up and say, hey, I buy homes for cash, they would look my business up and see that I had a real website, a real phone number, and then they took me seriously. Additionally, it has allowed me to access hundreds of thousands of dollars in business credit. Let me tell you that part. Once you have a business with just the simple things that I said, you can start getting business funding. The only thing that you want to have that I didn't name is a business checking account. It's super important that you start putting all of your profits, like I said, if you're doing wholesaling, you get $5,000, you want to deposit that $5,000 check into your business's account, okay? Your business checking account. That way you're showing profits and revenue for your business. And with just 3 months of bank statements in some cases, you can start accessing $10, $20, $50,000 for your business. So make sure you get a business checking account, and I have a great resource for you. So like I said, if you want to make a lot of money in real estate and build a portfolio and start getting properties for pennies on the dollars, you want to do it professionally and you want to do it as a business. This is going to open up so many benefits for you. And I have a bank called North One Bank that will allow you to open a business checking account from your home, and it only takes about 3 minutes to set the entire thing up. It's absolutely amazing. Check out North One Bank if you are looking to open a business checking account without the hassle of having to go into a bank. This is a bank that is open 24/7 because it's all online. I absolutely love them. Make sure you check them out and get yourself a business checking account. It's so important. So there you have it. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that little notification bell so you do not miss any of this content. And make sure if you are truly wanting to build a business portfolio, you start acting like a business and also get a business checking account from North One. This is Noelle. To your success.